It's Pastor David. I'm here with our Thursday update, and I'm here today with Matt Kuzma, our COO at the church. Matt, welcome.
David, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Matt, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work alongside of you and appreciative of all you do to lead us as a family and as a community. And so the news of today is a little bit bittersweet for me. And so I welcome you to kind of share with the folks what's happening in your life.
Yes, David. I was so excited just over 3 years ago when I was brought on board part of the team of First United Methodist Church of Winter Park.
Yeah.
And I've been treated so fairly by the church leadership. I was warmly welcomed, my family and I, by the members of this congregation. And I'm really grateful for the trust that they've placed in me. And I really have enjoyed this time. It's been an honor and a pleasure. However, I started working at 15, pumping gas in a gas station.
A couple of years ago, just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, just a couple. And yeah, they used to do that. And
Yeah.
so I'll be turned 67 in October.
Wow.
And it's really time to step aside and let somebody else take the reins. So I'm going to be retiring January 31st of 2023.
Well, as I said, that's sad for me, but I'm excited for you. Congratulations on reaching that important milestone in your life and a new chapter that awaits you and Char as you move into this new phase of retirement. I'm really, really happy for you, while we will certainly miss you. I'm just thankful, Matt, for the way that you have been a servant leader for us. You have a tender heart, compassionate, you're a man of faith, many different talents who has used the breadth of your experience to really help us as a family become more transparent and more effective. And I just thank you for the work that you have been doing.
You're welcome.
Well, I know that I am often kind of out of sight, out of mind of the breadth of the responsibilities you carry. I know folks aren't really aware of all that you do here. So tell us a little bit about some of the different responsibilities you carry in your role as COO.
Sure, David. And it really is a wide breadth of responsibilities. Some of the most visible are the facilities and the grounds and maintaining the buildings of 2 campuses with 4 buildings on this campus plus the Reeves Center.
They're looking great, by the way. I get compliments these days about how well things are looking. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We work real hard at it and trying to be good stewards of the facilities. But we also have, speaking of being a good steward, it's also the finance department. And we've really worked to streamline the budget process and be very transparent in all of our reporting and all of our efforts with finances.
Bringing all the finances into one book is one of the things people don't realize was not happening, and you helped us kind of join all the books together so we have a greater clarity about the whole picture of our finances. So thank you for that.
The HR, so working with Aaron in the HR department, when you have almost 150 employees, that's a big group, and
it is a big group.
Things sometimes go wrong, and it takes a lot of work to keep things going right. So that's also a big responsibility. And then communications, where we try to keep the message and keep communicating with our members and to other prospective members.
And that, of course, has become more varied in these days too, as we have social media and we have, when we gather, COVID was a big, huge wrench in that communication and upgrade to get the communication vehicle in place for worship. And then I think about you're also over the front office of the church and you work with the board of trustees and the board of finance. You also work with our church board and facilitate so much. It's just kind of a very broad job that is critical to the function of our family. We look at the PPP loans during COVID. We look at the pension correction that hadn't been taken care of. All these are parts that fall underneath your responsibilities in ways that you have blessed us. So thank you for sharing your talent and your faith in that. So out of all that, HR, finance, communication, trustees, finance, buildings, on and on and on. What has been the most enjoyable part of your role here?
Well, if I'm truly honest, I would say that it was playing guitar with the praise.
Yeah. That's always fun to see you up there.
Yeah. But it's all about people. I really, truly start my day saying, how can I serve God? How can I serve our members of this congregation? How can I serve the community? And things just fall into place after that. So it's all about people. You could take all the buildings and everything else away, but it's all about people. It's members coming into worship and to help them become disciples of Jesus Christ. And that's really what has driven me in my time here.
It's a great passion. Yeah, a great passion. I thought maybe you'd say the joy was sharing the same wardrobe as the lead pastor, same beard style, just to be twins. But
Yes.
well, I'm just grateful. I hope that perhaps you would give us a word of advice, as we have a lay team that has been talking about this, and staff parish, of course. How do we proceed into the future and with all these important functions, and what does that look like? Do you have any word of advice for us as a church family as you enter this new stage?
Sure. The first thing I would say is to have patience, because it'll take just the right person, and to be picky. To work, first of all, be in this environment, in a church environment, and this culture that you've worked so hard to create. And to have that breadth of experience, it may be easier to find, but being able to work in a church environment, it's a little bit different. It's not the private sector. And so I would just say, be patient and, look for the right person.
Yeah. And in this environment, looking for the right person takes some time. So I'm really grateful that you have given us lots of lead time, said you're going to aim for the end of January if possible, and get us through Christmas. And we're starting that kind of search immediately. And so I invite those that are listening to please be in prayer for us as a church as we do that, and be in prayer for Matt and Shar as they start this kind of next phase of their life, this exciting time of retirement. And so I hope that we'll still see you up strumming the guitar from time to time. That would be wonderful, because you always add to that. Again, thank you, Matt, for all of your giftedness and all of your sharing and your leadership and your compassion. And certainly you well deserved and supported and excited for you as you move to this phase of retirement.
Thank you for letting me be part of this. I've truly enjoyed it. I never thought all my experiences and mistakes that I've learned and made would have brought me to this, so I'm just thrilled. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
We're going to talk more about that as it gets closer to the end of the year. We'll have a chance to give thanks to Matt. In the meantime, we'll see you in church on Sunday. God bless.